Alright man, the easiest shards by far to get your hands on in Raid are of course going to be starting off with your daily login rewards. You can pick up ancient shards, sacred shards, all of that good stuff as you're working your way towards the final, just repeatable rewards after 270 days and beyond, where you're just getting a repeat of an ancient, a void shard, and a primal shard every single month. All you gotta do to get your hands on these is log in. I feel like the next easiest batch of shards to get your hands on, just blasting through all of these easy methods, is of course going to be your 4 ancient shards per month from the shop. All you've got to do is visit the shop whenever these come back off of cooldown and just pick up your free ancient. That's 4 per month, and of course all kinds of mystery shards over here as well. Might as well grab those too, right? The next easiest batch to get your hands on is going to be the shards that you can buy from the market, and this is a big tip for the newer players out there. These shards will show up, that is, ancient shards will actually show up in the market 5 times per month. They'll cost you 200,000 silver. Honestly, buy them every time. I'd even recommend that you buy all of the mystery shards every time off of the market building as well, because mystery shards, they might suck, but they can at least help to get you through events like summon rush events if you're ever low on sacred shards, right? You can just pull 500 mystery shards if you've got them just lying around, and they can kind of get you through from time to time, right? So make sure to not neglect your market, especially to continuously check for when those blue shards show up. And the final super easy batch to get your hands on is of course going to be your weekly and monthly shards that you do just from completing your weekly quests and then from repeatedly completing your daily quests, right? Never ever miss your daily quests and you'll be good to pick up the monthly stuff and the weekly stuff more often than not, but just check in on these, right? The weekly quest ancient shard can actually be picked up 6 times per month because it's every 5 days that you can pick one of these up as long as you stay up to date with your quests. So lovely, that's 6 shards right there. And then the monthly is of course going to give you get your hands on a sacred and a void every 30 days. So again, those daily quests, man, very crucial to stay on top of. Anyway, man, if all of this beginner talk has got you nostalgic, then why not kickstart your new alt Raid account and see how you can do with a clean start in Raid by using my beginner promo link down below at the top of the video description box. Hit that link after signing out of Plarium Play. Download Raid using that link and you'll get your hands on 4 free epic champions, man, starting off with Ugo and progressively getting more epics as you level up your account. It's an incredible link to jumpstart your new account. Probably the best beginner promo link in existence, to be honest, man. So if you're ever looking to create a second account or a new free-to-play adventure like I have, then hell, make sure to use that link. Alright, man. Let's do this. On to this slightly more difficult to get your hands on ancient shards from now on. So from almost every single dungeon in Raid, you do have a very small chance to get your hands on an ancient shard. I think it's like a 0.5 or a 0.05 or whatever. It's a very small chance to get your hands on ancient shards from dungeons, but it does happen. I just confirmed via the power of Google that it is a 0.5% drop chance for ancients, which means that about every 3,000 energy you spend in dungeons, you can expect 1 ancient shard drop. Given that you can regenerate through daily quests and stuff about 900 energy per day completely for free in Raid, let's say that you spend most of that, so like 700 every day, you're looking at about 20,000-ish energy per month that you're spending, and if you spend about half of that doing dungeons, things like dungeon divers events and that kind of thing, or even just like farming sand devils a little bit later on in the game, then you can expect to farm yourself about 3 ancient shards per month, unless you have a month where you really go ham on the dungeons for whatever reason. I think 3 ancient shards is probably about average. Next up, we've got Clan Boss, and dude, this is where things get serious, okay? This is where the thumbnail, it becomes apparent that the thumbnail of this video is not going to just be some clickbait nonsense, right? Demon Lord Clan Boss, so crucial to get your teams set up for this as quickly as you can, right? Realistically, things start to get serious at around Brutal and beyond. So if you're doing Brutal Clan Boss, you can expect to get your hands on about 5 ancient shards per month and 1 void shard. This is if you are actually getting the highest difficulty of chest in Brutal and you're killing the clan boss so that you actually get 2 of these Grandmaster chests. And it only gets exponentially better after that. For Nightmare Clan Boss, same deal. You gotta kill the boss and hit the damage threshold. 12 ancients per month, 2 void shards per month, and about 3 sacred shards per month. These are all just averages, of course. When it comes to Clan Boss, you can have really bad months where, you know, you're killing every difficulty and you get like 2 or 3 sacreds and it sucks. Then you have really good months like I had over these past 30 days where I gained like, I don't know, 15 sacred shards or something just for killing Clan Boss, you know? But just to finish the roundup, and the big finale is of course going to be Ultra Nightmare. 30 ancient shards on average per month, 11 void shards on average, and 8 sacreds just from Ultra Nightmare alone. So Ultra Nightmare, if you're clearing Ultra Nightmare and you're killing the clan boss, you're basically sorted for every single monthly fusion. If you just hold on to those sacreds, you're just good. So just as a final roundup, for all of like Brutal Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare combined, if you're able to be one keying all of these bosses, which should be like a huge goal and a big milestone on your account if you're not able to get anywhere near that just yet as a newer player. We're talking 11 sacred shards per month on average, 14 void shards, and about 50 ancients, maybe slightly less. But yeah, hell of a lot of shards coming in from hitting Demon Lord. Next up, we're going to head on into the arena, and of course you should be hitting arena every day anyway to do your daily quests and to fill out your grid haul with your medals and all that good stuff. But you could also be picking up shards from arena too. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you're somewhere within the gold ranks for the sake of simplicity in this calculation. And yeah, if you're around middle gold, you can get your hands on the occasional void and a whole bunch of ancient shards. You shouldn't really expect to get voids. You might get maybe one per month. Ancient shards, you're probably looking at like 2 or 3 ancients per month. They don't drop all that often from these gold tier chests, but it is nice when it happens. Continue with a little bit more like difficult content now. So we're getting towards, I mean, as if Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss wasn't challenging enough for more people, we're moving on to the slightly more challenging ways now to get your hands on shards, and these are going to be things that you can look forward to as a new player with progressing into. It is of course going to be Hydra. If you're killing, like, you know, you're hitting basically normal hard Hydra and you're finishing at around like 3rd place-ish as a result in Hydra Clash, then you will also be getting access to some Primal Shard action from Hydra Clash. Based on the assumption that you're finishing somewhere around 2nd or 3rd in most weeks on your clan in Hydra Clash, and you're getting, you know, I don't know, a mix of the like lower tier chests, I guess, for Hydra Clash as a result. So we're just going for like very middle of the pack in terms of Hydra Clash progress. You're going to be getting about half the materials needed per week to, yeah, create yourself a full Primal Shard, right? So about 2 Primal Shards per month is about fair to expect from Hydra. If your clan is really kind of top performing and high end and late game, you can of course expect a little bit more than just the flat 2, but I think 2 is a good sort of baseline that you can expect if you're actually engaging meaningfully with Hydra content with your clan. Next up, we of course have the good old Doom Tower. Now, if you are fully clearing normal mode Doom Tower, if I just scroll on up a little bit, you can see that you could be picking up some void shards from here as well. On normal mode Doom Tower, if you clear the full thing every monthly rotation, then that's 3 void shards per month that you're picking up completely for free, which is just lovely. Things of course get a lot more difficult with hard Doom Tower, and yeah, I haven't even started progressing on it just yet for this month's rotation. I'm just trying to finish normal first. But if you can clear hard Doom Tower as well, you're looking at 3 additional void shards, and then eventually working your way up to 2 additional sacred shards as you kind of work your way up towards the very end of Doom Tower progression, man. So very good indeed. Big milestone for your account if you can be clearing hard mode Doom Tower. Not an easy feat, and one that I am looking forwards to, yeah, progressing towards and getting done on my account. Next up, we have the clan shop itself. So if you head on into your clan settings, go into your clan shop and scroll all the way along, you will not see a void shard actually in the shop right now at the time of recording. You have to catch the weekly rotation that includes the void shard in here. I'm not sure what level your clan has to be to access the void shard that can appear in the shop. Actually, just looking at the item pool rotation real quick, it looks like the void shard will be replacing the chicken in the current rotation pretty soon. So it looks like you got to be clan level 13 to have a chance for the void shard to actually be purchasable in your clan shop. So yeah, if you got the clan goal to get that done and you're just farming up your clan quests and being very diligent about getting these done, then you should have the cash to occasionally pick yourself up a free void shard once per month in the clan shop. Next up, we've got everybody's favorite game mode, and that is of course going to be live arena. Now, if your rank kind of sucks like mine does, dude, I just don't play live arena. What am I even talking about, man? I play it like once a month. Like, I really don't play live arena very much at all. But you can expect to, if you're playing like sort of like a minimal level, to get your hands on about 1 primal shard per month. From live arena, or at least that's the estimate I'm going to go with, partially because not many people play this game mode at all, so I'm a little bit reticent to even include it in the video. I think it's like 2% of all raid players even play a live arena. Isn't that crazy, dude? That's kind of nuts, right? But as you can see, for getting your 35 live arena wins, you eventually grab yourself a chest, which might drop yourself a little bit of primal quartz. If you're playing in higher ranks in live arena, then I believe the quality of these drops improve, and you can get up to like 2 or 3 primal shards per month. But for the sake of simplicity, and because not many people play this mod, I'm going to put this down as 1 primal shard for when we do our totals at the end of the video. Now, it's a similar story as well in Tag Team Arena. I'm a bit reticent to include some of these shards, but you can grab yourself a free ancient once per week, meaning 4 ancient shards are farmable in total once you're done farming up, of course, your Drexthar Blood Twin fragments from here. If you're a newer player, you want to focus on buying up the Drexthar fragments first so that you can fuse that guy, but then after that you can start spending your gold on the weekly ancient shard. So 4 in total right there. You can pick up to 2 void shards per month as well from the tag arena, and up to 1 sacred per month too. These are expensive as hell. They're only available to you if you're in silver and of course beyond into gold for the sacred shards. Again, most people just aren't. Most people really just don't like Tag Team Arena, and they feel fine missing out on these shards because frankly they don't want to have to grind this out. If you're an absolute Giga Chad and you want to go ahead and do that, you can get your hands on these happy little shards as well. And, well, there you go. They're at least worth knowing about. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we have the monthly clan versus clan tournaments. And in these, we are talking about one clan that is a personal rewards CVC, and then we're talking about just a standard clan rewards CVC. So there's going to be 2 CVCs per month. These occur, of course, once every 2 weeks. Now, if you're earning the max rewards from CVC and your clan is literally all the way up in tier 6, then you're going to be getting all kinds of additional bonus rewards. You can earn yourself up to 13 void shards and a sacred. And of course, the happy little ancient shard that's just over here as well in one of the earlier milestones. So 13 void shards, 1 ancient, and a sacred from, of course, the personal rewards right all up and over here. But frankly, getting into the tier 6 rewards for most clans, for like the base clan rewards, is exceptionally difficult, right? 90% of clans in this game are in tier 1. Okay, the remaining 10% are then spread out across all of these like super upper tiers, and so for most people watching this video, you're going to be in tier 1. What does that mean for your averages in terms of shards earned from CVCs? You've also got to consider as well that you're not always going to win the personal rewards CVCs as well, so you can be missing out on the occasional shard over here as well. I think honestly, for most players who are playing the game just more casually, a good sort of minimum amount of shards that you can earn from CVC or expect to earn per month, you're probably looking at like 3 ancient shards per month. When I do the totals at the end of the video, I'm going to do a breakdown for like the ultimate optimal amount of shards that you can earn, and then of course like the minimum that you can expect to earn once you've like set up a good clan boss team and stuff like that. But everything else is kind of not accessible to you just yet, right? You're not super high rank in arena, you're not in like tier 6 rewards clans, that kind of thing, right? Maybe you're not clearing Hardmore Doom Tower yet, that sort of deal. Right, in fact, let's get to the shard breakdown right now. So these are going to be the slightly more approachable shards that you can hopefully be looking to farm somewhere between like 6 to 12 months into your account, depending on how quickly you can get a ultra nightmare killing clan boss team set up. It's going to be the first big milestone for your account. It's going to help you out so much. So I'm going to assume that you are not clearing Hardmore Doom Tower, because that's really tough to do, that you're not really blasting live arena. Maybe you play it a little bit occasionally, maybe almost not at all. We're going to assume that you are gold rank in arena and that you're about silver in tag arena, but if you're not, then it's just like a void shard or 2 that you're missing out on per month. Basically, if you're in the throngs of a mid-game account, then this is the shard count that you can be looking at per month, okay? And it's a really good goal to aim towards for a newer player. We're talking 74 ancient shards per month. It's totally doable for an account that is killing Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. 21 void shards, 12 sacreds on average. Again, a lot of variance with clan boss drops. Sometimes it really doesn't feel like 12 per month, believe you me. And 3 primals per month. Now, this is why taking on Demon Lord Clan Boss and building clan boss teams on your account really as a priority, kind of as soon as you can, is such a big deal for newer players. And I'm going to be launching a guide pretty soon, maybe at some point in the next like 5 or 6 days, talking about getting started in Demon Lord Clan Boss, what kind of debuffs you want to be prioritizing, just getting the basics of a good damage dealing team set up to at least get you up to like brutal or nightmare difficulty. And yeah, just getting the backbone of a team set up so you can at least then start to think about approaching, you know, nightmare and ultra nightmare. The next shard totals we're going to cover are for the whales, frankly, or at least not necessarily for the whales, but for the super late game players. The players who have very, very established accounts that are blasting hard mode Doom Tower. They don't give a damn. They're pushing decent ratings in most areas of Arena and stuff like that. These Sons of Guns can also farm 74 Ancient Shards. So interestingly, no major increase at all in the amount of Ancient Shards a very, very late game player can be farming. An early game player or an intermediate level player can be farming the same amount of Ancients, which is kind of encouraging. Void Shards, 38 per month for these later game players. They just have way more access. Sacreds will go up to 16 Sacreds per month, again on average, and 5 or 6 Primals, mostly depending on whether or not you're grinding the hell out of live Arena, and that's an area of the game that you are pushing. But they can also expect to get more Primals from Hydra chests and stuff too, right? So what is interesting about these numbers is that when it comes to the best place to farm these numbers, again, I know I'm stressing it again, but when it comes to Ultra Nightmare, you're getting almost half of your monthly Ancient Shards and most of your Sacred Shards just from killing Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. That's it. Like, the majority of your Sacreds and about half of your monthly Ancients come from killing one boss. Dude, that's just how crucial this son of a gun is. So make sure that you stay tuned, man, if you're a newer player, for our beginner guide into Demon Lord Clan Boss, which I'm going to get to work on pretty soon. But alright, man, there you have it. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure to hit like on the video and all of that good stuff. And remember, if you're looking to start up a new raid account and take on the challenge of an early game account all over again, if you're a veteran player looking to make a second alt account, then do so by using my beginner promo link down below to get your hands on 4 free epic champions, man, including Ugo as a starter champ. Incredible stuff. Best beginner promo link in existence, actually. Man, let's just not even sugarcoat it, right? That's just what it is. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all did enjoy this one. I'm going to catch all of y'all just a tad bit later, man.